If at this time everyone can stand. Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, on behalf of the Campbells and Chos, I want to thank all family and friends who have traveled near and far, by plane, by car, by some more car, by a ferry, then maybe a car again, to this beautiful island, as we witness Anne and Justin enter the next chapter of their lives. It is an honor, as Justin's cousins, to be one to bless their union, but I don't believe they realized two things when they asked me. One, I talk very fast, and two, I probably will cry. I apologize in advance for both, but I will try my best. I already got started. All right. Okay. Before we move forward, I think it's noteworthy to remember where it started. That 2016 Christmas party in Nashville. Needless to say, both of you had an immediate impression of each other. And distinctively thinking, oh my, he is tall. And Justin realizing that Anne was the only one who took the event of Christmas party seriously by showing up in a head-to-toe elf costume. Those impressions would be the beginning of a blossoming friendship turned relationship over the course of the next 6 years. Traveling over several states, countless flights, and what I assume is a very large phone bill, the two of you became inseparable. Which brings us to today. A beautiful life you have both created here in Washington with, let's face it, the real love of your lives, Lou. Before today, I asked Anne and Justin to answer a few questions about each other. And although certain answers varied, from fond memories of laughing until you both cry, an unforgettable trip to Hawaii, or Justin racing Lou down by Olympic Park and accomplishing an epic faceplant, one answer remained constant and unwavering, and that is unconditional love. Not only accepting each other for who you are, but loving you for it. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it together. I came across a quote once that immediately pops in my head when thinking of you both. It says, "To give love is nothing, to receive love is something. But to be loved by the person you love, that is everything." I can't look at you.
Yeah, no, I can't look at you either.
All right. As you guys know, the shows are very sappy. As you stand before each other, you place that love into each other's hands. You hold that responsibility to honor, protect, and most importantly, never forget that love. That love will shine brighter than the sun on the good days and be the foundation of what gets you through the tough ones. That love will grow as you begin a family of your own, providing you faith and guidance through all the uncertainties life has to offer. That love is everything. At this time, we ask Kelly to come up and read The Union by Robert Fulghum. Yeah, Kelly.
Where's her mic?
Okay. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way.
I know.
All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All of those sentences that began with, "when we are married," and continued with, "I will, and you will, and we will." Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. And all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, "You know all of those things we promised and hoped and dreamed?" Well, I meant it all, every word. Sorry. Look at one another and remember these moments in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintances, friends, companions, lovers, dance partners, and even teachers. For you have learned much from one another over these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife."
All right.
I'm gonna get this ring on right now.
I got a few questions for you guys. All right. Anne, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Justin, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
For those witnessing today, will all of you witnessing these promises do all in your power to uphold these two persons in their marriage?
We will.
At this time, Bridget will read a passage from the Colossians.
As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other. Just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body, and be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Teach and admonish one another in all wisdom, and with gratitude in your hearts, sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs to God. And whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him.
Hey, Justin, repeat after me. I, Justin,
I, Justin,
take you, Anne,
take you, Anne,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until we are parted by death.
until we are parted by death.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
And repeat after me. I, Anne, take you, Justin,
I, Anne, take you, Justin,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until we are parted by death.
until we are parted by death.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
We will now exchange rings. Justin, you will go first.
Like I'm giving it to you first.
All right, you repeat after me. Anne, I give you this ring
Anne, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my vow,
as a symbol of my vow.
with all that I am
With all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you. That's better than mine will.
Right,
I need to put one.
and your turn. Repeat after me. Justin, I give you this ring
Justin, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my vow,
as a symbol of my vow,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
You guys want to join hands?
Yeah, hold my hand.
I got you. Don't worry.
His hands are swollen. It's hot.
Anne and Justin, you have come here today of your own free will and in the presence of family and friends, have declared your love and commitment to each other. You have given and received a ring as a symbol of your promises, by the power of your love and commitment to each other, and the power vested in me by universalchurchoflife.com. I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. All right, I now present you Mr. and Mrs. Justin Cho.
Understand my ups and downs. There you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Thank you, baby. I want to stop. And thank you, baby. Yes, I do.